Pisces, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Pisces, in today's reading, I'm going to give you one of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do your reading, and then give you one from the Josephine Wall Whispers of Love Oracle card also. It's a very nice Oracle card. So let us get started on your reading. Oh, also want to mention that I do have a Facebook page, a face group page. So Facebook group, there you go. If you're interested in joining or just being there, every Wednesday we do readings, one question, one answer. So if you're interested in going and participating, be happy. If you just like to go see, that's good too. All right, so just putting it out there. All right, so Pisces, let's get started on your reading. All right, Pisces, let's see what's going on for you today. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Pisces spirit for their highest good. This is for Pisces. All right, and then you have one from here. All right, so you have navigating by the stars. Follow your bliss. Yes, definitely. Be hopeful, believe in magic, that everything's going to fall into place for you. There's an open road there. Follow your path, follow what you believe in, follow what you want to do. Okay. So follow your bliss. It's like something that you really want to do. They're asking you to follow it. Then you have demonstrate love. Find out what's important to those you love and act on it. Maybe you're not, maybe you need to be more attentive in your relationship. I'm not sure. But whatever it is, it says find out what's important to those you love and act on it. Like, make them happy, put love into it and, out of nowhere, surprise them with something. That's nice. Especially for you guys, Pisces, because you guys always have a lot of feelings. Y'all very, you can show the emotions very high. You're very loving. All right, so Pisces, take what resonates with you, Pisces, and leave the rest. This is for Pisces spirit for their highest good. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. One for the current, Pisces, thank you. One for the situation. One for the past or now. One for what's hidden. One for what you need to do now. Sorry, for the hopes and fears. One for the hopes and fears. What you need to do now. What you need to work on. And the outcome. Wow. Okay. Very interesting. Wow. Okay. And so at the end of the tarot deck, you did get the Five of Pentacles. So, maybe you were disappointed in something that has happened in your life. Maybe there was something didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen. And you're very disappointed. But I feel like you're moving on from that. I really do. But it still stays in your mind a lot, constantly. You do have the Knight of Wands here to start off with. The Knight of Wands is talking about, really moving forward, maybe at times, you rush on things, a lot of things, and maybe you need to slow down. You do have the Seven of Swords here for the situation. Seven of Swords is talking about, really being honest with yourself. It could also be about deceit, about, being sneaky at things, but I really don't feel like it's that. I feel like, maybe you need to be more honest with yourself. Maybe you're not telling everything to somebody, or maybe you're keeping something to yourself and not really speaking up. So we'll see. Okay. You do have the World card for the past or now. This is a new cycle here. This is a new cycle that's coming in, we'll see what the other cards say. Fresh start, new experience is coming through also. You do have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles says for you to start taking it easy. you're trying to juggle everything all at once, and you really need to start taking time for yourself. There's could also be a decision that you're making. It's also you could be making a decision. Hold on, you guys. Let me just check my phone real quick. Okay. And then you have the star card down here. You're very you're gonna start feeling better. Things are gonna start coming in. I feel like you're really wanting something to come in. Like there's like some kind of wish fulfillment that you want. But we'll see more. You could also be going through a healing here also. So you do have the Ace of Pentacles, which is very nice. The Ace of Pentacles talks about, ideas, financial opportunities, stuff like that. Even new projects, starting something new. I also feel like there is a new beginning here because you do have the World card here, and the World card is in the past or now, and I do believe it's now because it shows that it's like right there, like it does matter where the cards land. It does matter what they say, and this is a new beginning. You do have the Three of Wands. They're asking you to make plans. Start making plans for the future. Start seeing the future bright. Start seeing what you need to do to enhance what you want. Is it a house that you want to buy? Is it a car that you want to get? Is it, you want to save money to move out there in the wilderness? I don't know. Whatever it is, start making plans on it. And I feel like at times you do have plans. But you just don't continue them. And for the outcome, you do have the Six of Pentacles, which is very nice. It could also be that you're over giving a lot of your time and effort, but we'll see what the card is. Also, too, I feel like there could be some kind of abundance coming towards you, which is very nice. Very nice, you guys. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Take what resonates with you, Pisces, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. All right. Why is the Knight of Wands here for Pisces? All right, so you are definitely making some kind of decision here because, you have the Two of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. You have this card. You look at him, and he's making some kind of plans. He wants to. He just doesn't know how. And I do feel like you are going to. I feel like you don't know which way you're going. Which way do you want to stay there where you're at, or do you want to go this way, or do you want to start something new this way? And I feel like you're really at a standstill. I feel like you really need to take that blindfold off and clear your mind and get grounded because, it's like almost as if you're at a crossroads and you're just still trying to figure out what you're going to do. Also feel with the Hermit card here, I feel like you could be teaching somebody, or you're a teacher yourself, or a guide. But I feel like you really also need to go within because the Hermit, he's very wise. He's a teacher. He knows what he needs to do. Sometimes he needs to take time for himself and just stop and listen to what his heart feels, what he's feeling. And that's you. You need to start doing that. You need to really go within because there is a decision that's coming up. Don't rush on anything though. Take it easy. Don't rush on decisions. Don't push them forward. Just let everything come in and really take your time with anything that you're trying to do. Okay. You have the Seven of Swords here. And why is the Seven of Swords here? One more card. Wow. So, you do have the Seven of Swords here. The Seven of Swords is talking about, maybe there was some kind of drama going on in your life, because I feel like there was a lot of things that were going on in your life, and it's just like it was unbelievable, and you were like, wow, really? Wow. Are you serious? That kind of thing, Also feel like you needed to be honest with yourself about everything that has happened, that had been going through, everything that's been there. You see the little drops here. I don't know what that is. It might be ashes. But, whatever it is, I feel like it's going to come to an end. Any problem or any situation that you are dealing with has come to a closing. It's not going to, it's going to move on, from whatever you're doing. And I feel like, um, even though it was painful, it was hurtful, it was, sad, it was emotional, you're still going to be able to get back up and do what you need to do, because when you have the 10 of swords, it always goes right back to the Ace of Swords, which means there's a new beginning, a new path, a new, clarity, understanding why you have to go through all this. You have the Star card here also, and I feel like, you're going to start feeling better, rejuvenated, you're going to be hopeful, and they're asking you to keep your faith in everything that you're doing, not to give up on anything either. I also feel like there is a healing, because you had to go through all this, because there's something there that you had to see, that you had to look, because it's almost as if they're saying, because all this betrayal or all this cheating or all this negative stuff that was going on around you, you were not looking, you were not seeing it. And finally it's in front of you. So you had to see it. But it's going to come to an end, whatever it is. You do have the World card in the past or now. I do believe it's now. There is a new cycle trying to come in for you, so it's really nice. I do feel like this is a fresh start for you. New experiences coming through, good things coming in. And then you have the Two of Pentacles here. The Two of Pentacles for what's hidden. And why is the Two of Pentacles here? One more card. Wow. All right. So with the Two of Pentacles here, I do feel like, you're trying to do everything. You're also trying to make a decision. You're juggling everything, trying to keep everything balanced, and it's hard. They're asking you to really start taking it easy. You are going to be making a decision, but you are in your mind a lot also about everything that has happened, everything that has conspired. You're in your mind a lot, and you see her, she's just worried. She can't sleep at night. Things are keeping her up. Try to move away from this, because it's no good for you. Also too, with the Eight of Swords down here, because you went from the 8 to the 9, you're going, it's stuff that you didn't see, stuff that you felt like you were stuck at, things that were stuck. I feel like you have to take that blindfold off to really see things, to deal with them, to see the truth in everything, because you're still in your mind about a lot of things that have been happening in your life, Pisces. And sometimes it keeps you stuck there, and like you don't want to move forward, even though you can move forward. You're not tied down. You're not, you can move away from these swords. You can move away from the rope. You can untangle yourself. You can even take that blindfold off, but you don't. You really don't, because you stay on that solid ground, because you don't want to feel it. You don't want to feel the emotions that come with it, the worry, the sadness, the betrayal of everything that has happened. It's like you don't want to deal with all that, but you're going to need to, because you are going through a healing, and this is something that your soul wants to do. It really does. It wants to get rid of it, because you don't want to deal with it. Your ego doesn't want to deal with it. Your mind, your heart doesn't want to deal with it, but it needs to be released, because it's making room for other things, like new things that are coming in, new experiences, new path that you're going to put you on. Wow. There is a decision you are definitely trying to make here. You have the Star card here. One more card. Wow, definitely. You're definitely going through a huge healing, Pisces. Wow. So you do have the Star card again. You just want to feel better. They're asking you not to give up, not to lose your hope, your faith, everything. Don't lose that. You also have the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is talking about, you thinking about everything that has happened, you thinking about the past. There could also be some kind of somebody could be coming back, maybe a person that you've had, maybe a childhood friend or a sibling or something could be coming back. I also feel like if not, there's somebody's coming back from the past. So, but it's your free will and who you want to let into your life. I also feel like you're being very nostalgic about memories, but you're going through this because you're healing, and it, maybe you're feeling emotional also with it. I do feel like you're going to be moving forward from all this, the healing, everything that you're going through. I do feel like you're going to be moving forward, but it's going to take time. You still have to go through a lot of little weeds here, before you get to that place that you really want to be at, and, like I said, you're going through a healing. But you are definitely going to be moving forward very soon. That's what you want. You want to move away from all this negativity. I also feel like you could be moving for some of you guys. I feel like you could be moving, and for some of you guys, I also feel like you're going to be traveling. You have the Ace of Pentacles here for the Ace of Pentacles for what you need to do now. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. All right, really have patience for everything, okay? Because I do feel like with the King of Pentacles here, I do feel like you know what you need to do. You know how to make these wise decisions. You want to create a strong foundation and establish yourself. What we all do. We all want to do that also. But you know what you need to do. As far as decisions, and they're telling you. Watch your finances. Watch your finances. Yes, there's going to be opportunities for you, financial opportunities, even new beginnings, new projects that you're going to put your hand into. I feel like you really want something different, and I feel like you are definitely trying to figure out your next step. You're deciding on something here, and you're looking at everything. They're asking you to really find your patience, though, with everything that's going on. Okay, really find your patience, and there is a decision. Really take it slow and not rush into things. Okay, but you will be able to handle that decision because, um, you have a lot of kings here. You have a lot of that energy, like, keeps you strong, and you are definitely going to be moving forward. You have the Three of Wands here for what you need to work on. One more card. You are definitely making plans of some kind. If you look at him, he's like, should I go over here? What if I do this? And then what if I do that? And he's just looking around, and you could just tell that he's really thinking about what his next move is. And that's you. Planning for the future, planning about what you want. You have all these dreams, and you want to put them into play, especially with this card here. This is the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is saying, you could be like very busy, or you could be very busy working, trying to complete something or collaborate something. Could also have some kind of partnership here, or somebody could come in to help you also. But I feel like you're trying to plan your next move, definitely. With the Page of Wands here also, I do feel like with the Page of Wands, have patience for everything. Even if it seems like, you've been planning this for a long time and this for a long time, it's not working out. Really have patience for everything, because everything will fall into place, but it's in divine timing. Just let it come in. Really be open to new things, okay, to try new things also, and believe in yourself that you can achieve the dream that you want, because I feel like you have plans, like you want to do something. You just got to put them into motion. You just got to put them like out there, start doing them. I feel like you are also being recognized for everything that you're doing also, so it's good. That's very nice. And then Pisces, you have the Six of Pentacles here. And why is the Six of Pentacles here for the outcome? One more card. Mickey Spirit. Okay. Wow. Look at that. That's beautiful. You have the same card. Okay. You have the same card. Six of Pentacles came out again. There is abundance coming in for you. There is, you are going to receive some kind of extra money coming in, some kind of income. So it's good. You're taking control of everything that's going on in your life, which is very nice. You're thriving towards that success and putting things in order. Enjoy this new experience. Enjoy this new, this new path that you're on, because you're definitely on this new path. It may seem rocky. It may seem like, it's hurtful, or it may seem like, but it's okay, because you're going to push forward. Okay. You really are. Just believe that it's going to be better, and it will. All right, Pisces. So Pisces, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will definitely see you next time. God bless.